Good morning, dear students of class 10th. Today we'll start our second experiment, which is belongs to the properties of acids and bases. So, for this experiment, first we'll write experiment number 2. Aim thus to study the properties of acids of an acid such as HCl by the reactions with litmus solutions, zinc metal, solid sodium carbonate. We will meet the reactions between the HCl and litmus paper, HCl and zinc metal, and HCl with sodium carbonate. So, to study the properties of an acid, which is a HCl, material required: test tube stand, dropper, glass rod, litmus paper, zinc, diluted hydrochloric acid, zinc metal, sodium carbonates, powdered, etc. The theory belongs to this experiment that hydrochloric acid turns blue litmus solutions red, blue litmus paper to red, while it does not affect red litmus paper. First, you can see the picture. Take a watch glass and a dropper through which we will place one drop of hydrochloric acid on the blue litmus paper. As soon as when the blue litmus paper come in contact with the hydrochloric acid, it will turns red. The blue litmus turns red, indicating HCl is acidic character. Hydrochloric is a type of acid. Now the second step which we will observe, the HCl react with zinc metal to produce hydrogen gas. This is the metal. Zinc is a metal which react with the hydrochloric acid and liberates hydrogen gas. The reactions involved in this: zinc plus 2HCl will form ZnCl2, zinc chloride plus water plus hydrogen gas. This hydrogen gas we can predict it because of hydrogen gas is colorless, odorless, and highly explosive gas. It is highly explosive gas. How we can identify whether this liberated gas is hydrogen gas? So for that, we will, as we know that the hydrogen gas is highly explosive and combustible gas. That's why it will catch fire very easily. So hydrogen gas burned with pop sound when in contact with lighted splint. So in presence of oxygen, hydrogen gas burned with pop sound and forms water. You can see that zinc, we have taken a test tube which contains zinc metal, small piece of zinc metal. Zinc metal is silvery grayish shiny metal. A piece of zinc metal, it is brittle in nature, hard, brittle in nature. So it will place in a test tube and nearly 2 to 5 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid is taken in a test tube. Then as soon as we will take hydrochloric acid and zinc metal in a test tube, the reaction will rapidly proceed, and you will see the strong bubbles arising from the test tube. Bubbles and the colorless, odorless gas will also arise. The exothermic reaction will take place. This gas which is liberating, we will collect in an inverted test tube, just placing over the mouth of the reacting test tube. You will place an inverted test tube over the reacting test tube, and all the hydrogen gas will collected inside this inverted test tube. After that, bring a lighted splint near the mouth of the inverted test tube, you will see that whatever the gas collected in this test tube, it will burn with pop sound. It catches fire very rapidly. So hydrogen burns with pop sound, indicating that liberated gas is hydrogen gas. Because of the colorless, odorless gas is carbon dioxide also. But how we can identify whether it is hydrogen gas? So in this way we can determine, we can check the liberated gas is hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas burn with pop sound and it will burn. Next step is hydrochloric acid react with solid sodium carbonate to produce carbon dioxide. As you know that here the acid base reaction will take place. Sodium carbonate is a base, strong weak base, and hydrochloric acid is an acid. So sodium carbonate plus hydrochloric acid, it will form, the neutralization reaction will take place, and it will form salt and water along with the liberations of carbon dioxide. The salt, which is NaCl, common salt, is produces along with the water, and carbon dioxide is liberated. This carbon dioxide, how we can detect whether the liberated gas is carbon dioxide? The vigorous effervescence, the gas liberate with effervescence. This gas is nothing but your carbon dioxide. We will collect this we will expose this carbon dioxide gas to the lime water, for which we can take a reacting test tube in which salt and hydrochloric acid, HCl, and some salt we have taken, that is sodium carbonate. Very vigorous reactions will take place. With bubbles, gas liberated with bubbles. To this reacting test tube, we will apply a delivery tube. We will apply a fitted with a cork. A delivery tube fitted with a cork, and another test tube which contain lime water we will take another test tube which contains lime water. Whatever the gas is liberated, it will reaches to this lime water. The lime water will become milky. Lime water become milky. So in this way we can check the carbon dioxide liberate will change the lime water milky. Initially lime water was transparent clear, but after exposure of carbon dioxide it will changes to milky due to the formations of calcium carbonate. Okay, so result, we can say that procedure you have seen very simple and easy. Result: HCl turns blue litmus to red litmus, while red litmus remains unchanged. Hydrochloric acid turns blue litmus to red litmus, while red litmus remain unchanged. Hydrochloric acid react with zinc metal and produces hydrogen gas. You have seen hydrochloric acid react with sodium carbonate and produces carbon dioxide. Hydrochloric acid is acidic in nature. Finally, we can conclude that it is acidic in nature. So these are the properties of acid of an acid. For example, hydrochloric acid, we can test by this following simple test. The properties of acids, we can perform simple activity and check the properties of acids. Okay students, thank you.